in the heart like immovable mountains, unaffected by misconceptions. هو علم جازم لا يمازجه شك قد استقر في القلب رسوخ الجبال لا تزعزعه الشبهات. So, if we are to define what is al-yaqeen, it's complete knowledge that is not mixed with doubt, not opposed by illusion, not contradicted by hesitation. So, three aspects here. It's knowledge, but there are three aspects that are making it very unique knowledge. That it's not mixed by any sort of doubt. So I'm not doubting that knowledge. I'm not doubting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm not doubting that there are messengers that came on this earth. I'm not doubting the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent books to these messages. I'm not doubting that there is a day of judgment. This is yaqeen, right? So, and not opposed by illusion. No one can come and tell me, hey, the day of judgment will not happen, or there will be 2 days of judgments, and or any other kind of illusion or science fiction, and I will believe him. No, that won't happen. And not contradicting by hesitation. If someone would tell me, for example, Isa alayhi salam, sulib or not, he was crucified or not. So I don't have any hesitation about this one. So what are proofs from the Quran? It's actually, as we were, subhanallah, by pure coincidence, we were listening to Surah Al-Hijr, وَعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ. Worship your Lord till certainty comes to you. Now this is a very interesting verse. This is the last verse in Surah Al-Hijr, verse 99. So many of us probably have listened before that yaqeen here is, what is yaqeen here? Death, al-maut, yaqeen. Because it's the only certainty. There is nothing that is certain amongst all of us, or amongst any random group of people that you would gather together, regardless of their age, regardless of their backgrounds, regardless of their ethnicities, is that they are all going to die. At some point, the angel of death will come and take each and every one's soul. So this is yaqeen. But here also, yaqeen has a broader meaning. A meaning which includes persistent worship based on unwavering faith until one meets their Lord. So, حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينَ here means you continue having that certainty in ibadah until death comes to you. So you are worshipping Allah based on certainty. Also, in Surah Al-Waqi'ah, وَإِنَّهُ لَحَقُّ الْيَقِينَ, and it is the truth of certainty. So here, all of the Quran is truth. But this verse emphasizes something else. The truth of certainty, meaning it instills a deep, unshakable knowledge in the heart. So, أَيْ يُوَرِّثُ فِي الْقَلْبِ عِلْمًا لَا يَتَزَعْزَعُ. And this is Quran. Quran results in having certainty in the heart, and this is unshakable certainty. So we need to ask ourselves a question. Yaqeen for sure would have levels. What are the levels of yaqeen? Anyone would know what are the levels of yaqeen? Guess. What would be the levels of yaqeen? Let me give you a hint. There are 3 levels. What are the levels? Islam, Iman, Ihsan, yes, but this is related to the levels of faith. No, here, in terms of how certain you are, there is ilmul yaqeen, and there is aynul yaqeen, and there is haqqul yaqeen. So, ilmul yaqeen, the certainty, the knowledge of certainty, which means you know something based on evidence. And I'll give you an example right now. Aynul yaqeen, the vision of certainty, means you are seeing it with your own eyes. And haqqul yaqeen means you are experiencing it firsthand. So, let's take an example. So, you can know that fire burns. This is knowledge. You can know that fire burns. This is knowledge. And you can see it. This is vision. And then you touch it. this is aynul yaqeen. This is, you get burnt already. So knowing about something, I tell you, hey, like, did you know that the fire burns? Like, you know, this is like a piece of knowledge. But then when you see it, like Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he saw the fire, then this is like, you are seeing it, it's true. But then when you touch it and you actually get burnt, this is haqqul yaqeen, the third one. So there are a couple of ahadith that I would like to touch upon. The Prophet ﷺ, as narrated by Nasa'i and Sahahahu al-Albani, narrated by in the hadith. اللهم إني أسألك إيمانا لا يرتد ونعيما لا ينفد ومرافقة نبيك في أعلى جنة الخلد ويقينا صادقا حتى أعلم أن ما أصابني لم يكن ليخطئني. The Prophet ﷺ used to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that through certainty, so he can rest assured that whatever happens to him was meant to happen. Whatever happens was meant to happen. And this is a fruit of yaqeen, complete trust in Allah's decree. And there is this other hadith that we all know, and like for some of us, when we were young, we're taught, لو توكلتم على الله حق توكله لرزقكم كما يرزق الطير تغدو خماصا وتروح بطانا. So here, if you are to have reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, certainty in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provision, then Allah would provide you like He provides at-tayr, the birds that are going out in the morning. They have empty stomachs and they return back. They were blessed already and provide, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did provide for them. So now let's jump into examples of yaqeen from the lives of the Prophet ﷺ and the lives of the companions. Look at the yaqeen of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. And we did talk about Abu Bakr last week in the Siddiq. But look at how he used to be called the truthful because of his firm belief in the Prophet ﷺ and his yaqeen in what the Prophet ﷺ was sent with. Now, Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rabbi arini kayfa tuhyi al-mawt, in Surah Al-Baqarah, oh Allah, show me how you resurrect those that are the actual dead people. So, was this a doubt? Do you think that this was a doubt? A doubt in Allah's power? No, it wasn't a doubt. He wants to see it, ayn al-yaqeen. He wants to actually be certain and see that, so he wants to increase his yaqeen in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not to say that he doesn't have yaqeen, but he wants to have further yaqeen in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So finally, how to build certainty in our hearts? Constant remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and reflecting upon Allah's names, especially those that are related to Allah's power, Allah's wisdom, Allah's capability, right? Obviously, looking around in the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who has created all of this, wouldn't make you certain about His power? Wouldn't make you certain about the Day of Judgment? Wouldn't make you certain that there were people who came before us on this earth? Some of them were righteous, some of them were misguided. That's just like looking at Allah's creation. Companionship, as we always say, companionship with people that will raise your certainty. And most importantly, dua. Allahumma arzuqna yaqinan la yazul. Say Ameen. Allahumma arzuqna yaqinan la yazul. Oh Allah, grant us unshakable certainty. So, finally, whoever reaches certainty has reached the highest levels of faith. May Allah make us among those. He sees the world as a passing bridge and the hereafter as the true home. May Allah make us among those people that understand who they are, understand their mission on this earth, that understand what the earth represents, what this world represents end to end, that it's worth nothing, and our final destination in the hereafter. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among those people that Allah will grant certainty until they meet Him, and that would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make them among the people of Jannat al-Firdaus without any questioning or any punishment. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم وجزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.